Hi, I'm Steve Thompson, president of Emery Thompson Machinery, and today I have the great pleasure of showing you our latest innovation to the Emery Thompson Batch Freezers, the new latest Infinite Overrun Control with the touch screen. First, I want to tell you a little bit more about Emery Thompson and what we do. Many people use the word innovation, but what they are usually talking about is little tiny gadgets that they put on machines that really have no value, and we don't do that. When we change an Emery Thompson, and we've been building them for 109 years, we do it to make a dramatically improved machine. Let me show you. This is the Infinite Overrun Control that I designed and built 12 years ago, and no one has yet copied it in the industry. It's extremely unique. All you have to do is turn on the unit, and you can move it up to any speed that you want and down to any speed that you want to control the drive, the speed of the drive. Now, why is that important? Well, imagine you had a bowl and you put some heavy cream in it, and you take a whisk and you stir it by hand. You can't spin it fast enough, so it's going to stay as heavy cream. But if you took an electric mixer and put it in that bowl, all of a sudden it becomes whipped cream. Well, batch freezers forever were able to produce whipped cream, but they couldn't do the lower air contents, and you certainly couldn't vary them very much. Our own batch freezers did an overrun of 70 to 100% overrun. With our new machinery, we can do approximately 35% overrun and all the way up to 100. It's a matter of just changing the speed of the drive. Now, that sounds very simple. Why not put a rheostat on a machine? Well, a rheostat, say you're in your dining room and your 100-watt bulbs are at full power and you're going to have a nice romantic dinner, and you dim them down to a lower light level. You're actually taking the power away from the light bulbs. You're dimming down the power of the light bulb. That won't work on a machine, because if we take a 3-horsepower drive motor and dim it down to, say, 1/8 of a horsepower, it isn't going to have enough pulling power to get through the hard Italian ice that you're making, or sorbet, or gelato, or hard ice cream, and any of the other products that Emery Thompson Batch Freezers can make. So with the Infinite Overrun Control, no matter what speed we drive it at, we are still running a 3-horsepower motor on these models and a 1-horsepower over here. The other thing, when people talk about innovation, we actually do it. This is the dasher out of our 12-quart machine, and these blades are Delrin plastic, which is FDA approved and 3A dairy and NSF, and we have spring-loaded them. In the past, blades had to be sharpened once a year. You had to put a new edge on them. And even so, Emery Thompson blades back then would last 5 years, and you could sharpen them once a year. Everyone else's blades will last maybe 6 months, and then you have to buy new ones. Well, with my spring-loaded design, whether this blade is brand new or 4 years and 11 months, it's still going to scrape as if it was brand new, because the springs are pushing the blades out against the walls. So we average about 5 years life out of a set of blades, which is incredible when you figure everyone else is doing 6 months. You can't see it on the machine here, but our freezing cylinders are 6 times thicker than anyone else, which allows you to put whole nuts, candies, and cookies into the machine. You do that with other machines, and they're going to void your warranty. Here, we welcome it. We want everything to go right into the machine. It makes for a better flavor ice cream if you can put the Oreo cookies right in, and then larger pieces as it's coming out. You'll have what I call fruit flavor and fruit identity. You'll be able to taste that it's Oreo cookie ice cream if you were blindfolded, and if we add some cookie pieces on the way out, you'll be able to visually see the cookies. We also wrap our barrels in copper tubing. Everybody else uses aluminum. Why? Because aluminum is 1/9 the cost of copper. Aluminum will wear out in 8 to 11 years. So your purchase of a machine with aluminum in it is going to be in the trash heap in between 8 and 11 years. Emery Thompsons last on average 45 years or longer. Now that's an amazing figure. We have many more machines that are older than that. I had a customer call up today, and he had a machine that was built when I was 9 years old, and it was still running. And obviously, I'm not 9 years old anymore. So we build them better, stronger than anyone else. The discharge and the opening gates are much larger. And now let me show you what this new Infinite Overrun Control can do with the touch screen. We always gave the customer a guide and said, well, let's run Gelato at this speed, and let's run Super Premium at another speed, and they would have the guide, and they would just put it right in there. Now, if you can zoom in, Ken, on the new touch screen, it starts off with the ET logo, and you push begin, and you pick what you want to make. Well, right now I want to make frozen yogurt, so I'm going to touch frozen yogurt and then hit start, and the machine is going to ramp up to the speed that I want for frozen yogurt, which happens to be 160 revolutions per minute. All chefs are different and have different ideas of what they want, so maybe you want to run yours at 165 or 170. That's easy. Just touch the up arrow, and you're going up or down in 5 RPM increments. Let's go back to the touch screen, and I want to do Gelato, a low air content product. I hit Gelato and start, and now it's running at 140 RPMs. I can go to where it says next down here, and here's another whole panel of cream ices, frozen custard, sorbet, sorbetto, sherbet, frozen lemonade. Let's say I want to do frozen custard. That's a very low one. And here it goes. It's going down to 135. Or next I'm going to make Italian ices. So let me hit Italian ices, and it's going to ramp up actually to full speed. It's just that simple. And you have 2 different screens filled with all the different most common products that you want to make. Or if you have your own opinions, you hit manual, and now you can put in any speed that you want. So it gives you the choice of having preset speeds that you just touch and you're off to the races, or you can do it manually. It's a very simple system. It's something that we've been working on now for a year and a half. We're very proud of it, and we think once again it's going to revolutionize the batch freezer business. So that's our new Emery Thompson Infinite Overrun Control with the touch screen panel. I think you're really going to like it. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me, Steve Thompson, at area code 718-588-7300.
And cut.
Okay, is that it? We're good? All right. I'm out of here. Heading to the beach. I'll see you later.
Okay, Steve, I need to reshoot the first part of segment 1. Steve? Where is he? Steve?
Good pose.